So, I played Kirby Air Riders during the sorta online global test event, and well, it's certainly Kirby Air Ride again. As the number one Kirby Air Riders hater, I will say I was surprised at the amount of enjoyment I did get from what we can play during the global test. Now, there isn't much to actually play, maybe about 35 minutes of content if you're just running through everything once, excluding the paddocks feature because I didn't even touch that. But what is here is sort of fun. City Trial's back, and it's fun, but it doesn't feel like it has that same chaotic energy as Kirby Air Ride on the GameCube did. Now, I didn't play that much of it, I only played about 3 rounds of it, but something about it just really doesn't feel the same. Now, whether it's because I wasn't actively screaming to the person sitting next to me for running over me and stealing a bunch of my stuff, or if it's just because it doesn't have that signature GameCube charm, I don't know. But something does not feel the same here. But it was still City Trial, so it was still a good time. The other main game mode on display here is Air Ride, the game's main game mode and where you're going to be doing about 90% of your racing. Oddly enough, in this test event, it's exclusively offline, which I will say took a lot of the enjoyment out of it for me. Looking past that, I played each of the 3 total tracks on display here 3 times each, and I'm disappointed. They're all really short, with none of them taking me longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete. The first 2 are only 2 laps long, which really doesn't give you much time to explore the track with like shortcuts and stuff, not that there really is any of that to explore. The last one's only 1 lap long, and I'm assuming it was trying to recreate like a Wario Summit type of feel, but it really just didn't work for me. Yeah, I think all the tracks here are bland and forgettable at their best, and confusing and anger-inducing at their worst. There's not really anything special on display here, which isn't very promising for the full release. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is very cinematic and it's beautiful, but you can't use that to cover up bland track design in a racing game. Now, I don't have time to go over much here, but I will say the controls are still very hit or miss. Stuff like the drifting feels really good, honestly, but then you have stuff like the quick spin, which just feels obstructive, for lack of a better word. It fell into the same trap as the first one, not using the multitude of buttons on the controller. So yeah, overall, there's nothing really special in this test demo, and that doesn't seem very promising for the full release, which comes out soon, especially as somebody who already owns Air Ride on my GameCube. This just didn't really justify the $70 price tag to me, and while there's nothing like offensively terrible, there's nothing really great either.